All right, audio capture should be working. Hello. Welcome, Shark Lord. Still ultra wormhole hunting, you say. You'll check how many times you've phased in a bit. Well, I imagine it's going to be quite a good amount of time. We'll turn off the instant replay here. There we go. All right, welcome, guys. Looks like we got 20 of y'all in the lurk in there. Welcome to the stream. We are shiny hunting Jirachi and having the continuation thereof. Thanks for stopping in. We're going to create a like goal. We're going to have a like goal of 20 because that's pretty easy to hit right off at the start. So we'll go ahead and do that. Get that going. Okay. Arsenon, you won't be here in the stream. You just found a new anime and you're going to watch it. Okay, that is acceptable, but only if you tell me what anime you are going to be watching. That's a requirement. I also expect a 3-page report summary of that anime and your thoughts on if it was any good or not. The irregular at Magic High School. Okay, now it has to be a 7-page report because I've heard good things about that already. Whis, welcome. I too hope I get to Jirachi. It would greatly lighten and improve my day. Oh, come on, Arsenon. No book reports? $45 or no deal. Fair enough. I'll read a novella about it. Bonus points if it's in manga formation. You know, just write a manga summary of an anime that was adapted from a manga. That would be... That sounds about accurate, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. I need to get my incrementer up. I was focused on getting my volume up when I first jumped in, so we'll get that. We already have our first encounter on its way here. We'll load in. We got Pokemon, summary, no shiny. We'll rinse and repeat. Catch you later, Arsenon. Thanks for popping in. Looks like we got 31 of you chilling in the chat. Welcome to the stream, guys. Probably came across your YouTube shorts scrolling, interrupted your casual 60-second or less videos for a tremendously long stream. We're going to be here for about 2 hours shiny hunting this Jirachi. At least that's the plan, barring my toddler decides to allow me to do that. Nephew is in the other room playing games with him and watching him so that I can do the stream. If there are any loud bangs, wails, cries, or otherwise, I will be migrating over there to check on things. But for the most part, should be pretty fine to devote time and attention to the stream. Hoping to get quite a few encounters done today. Last stream I was about able to get 100 encounters. I was like 10 encounters shy, so I spent some time after stream just grinding out those last 8-ish encounters. So that's why the encounter is at 700 as opposed to 690 where we left off. So just an explanation for you guys there. For those that may be new to the stream, we are shiny hunting this Jirachi on a Nintendo GameCube. This Nintendo GameCube has a Game Boy Advanced Game Boy player attached to the bottom of it so that it can play Game Boy Advanced games. It has a copy of Pokemon Sapphire in it. It's link cable connected to my Nintendo Wii, which is not emulating, I shouldn't use that word because I'm not. It is pretending to be my GameCube because Wiis can play GameCube discs. I have my Wii acting as a GameCube, playing the Jirachi bonus disc. We're sending the Jirachi from my Wii to my GameCube, acting as my Game Boy Advance. where we will check to see if the Jirachi is shiny. Right now I'm looking for an option here called crappy webcam because it is crappy. That is my Nintendo GameCube. Looks like my camera fell down a little bit, but there we go. Got the link cable running down to the bottom of my desk. We got Pokemon Sapphire barely visible at the bottom there. So that's how we're hunting this. That's the equipment we're using. GameCube composite cables are hooked up to my composite AVI to HDMI converter, and then HDMI to my PC to a capture card. That's how we're getting this image on the screen here. And that's how we're hunting today. Now, we're also using the save manipulation glitch. Apparently I never turned off my camera. Alright, we're using the save corruption method is what I meant to say. So right now we have a Jirachi. We're going to check it, see if it's shiny. It is not. So we're going to reset the game. Next, we are going to perform the corruption glitch. To do that, we are going to select up B to get into this clear save data area. And then we're going to hit yes and then immediately reset the system. So we're going to hit yes and then reset. What that does is deletes the main save file, but it doesn't have time to delete the backup save file. So it's going to say there is a save corruption. We're going to load the previous save file, which was one I had no Jirachi. In this area, we're going to check no Jirachi. We're going to save, and we're going to save twice. What this is going to do is make this the new main save file, make the save file that we just loaded the backup, but we don't want to do that because if we were to reset right now, we would reload the exact same Jirachi that we just had, theoretically. So we're going to save again, which makes our new save the backup save, and this save the main save file. Okay? And then we are going to reset the game again, and that should prompt the Wii over there to give us a new Jirachi that we can then check. I missed the opportunity to do a faster reset. That's okay. Not the big deal. All right, Sharkler says 8 phases. 1, Sigilyph. 2, Drapion. 4, Grumpig. 1, Swallow. Not sure why the last one was all caps. Tyler X Games, wish you can get one. I wish everybody could get one. This Jirachi is a pain in the butt, quite literally. Do you mean a shiny Jirachi or just a Jirachi? Instructions unclear. Jirachi is shiny hunting me. Honestly, though, like, I believe it. This is a very technical shiny hunt. Easy enough to do, but easy enough to make mistakes on, too. So, could be better. We now have a new Jirachi to check. Go ahead and do that. Bashful Nature, no go. Not that the nature really matters. There can be one shiny of every single nature, so there are a total of 9 possible shinies, I believe. I'm going to save corrupt. And while that's doing its thing, we'll load up the bonus disc again. What I'm doing is, this is the controller for the bonus disc on the Wii. I'm just spamming A to get to the point where I can reset on my other game. This controller is controlling my GameCube, so that's what I'm actually using to save on. Just dual wielding controllers spamming the A button. All that's needed to reload the Jirachi bonus disc is spamming A, so it makes it really easy to get that to a point where I can reset it. By the time I save twice, the time it takes to save twice is the time it takes to reload that bonus disc. This is where I can expedite the process a little bit. As soon as I see that you don't need to update the game for berry program, I'm good to reset. That cuts about 30 seconds off of the reset time. So we're doing that in hopes that we can do these a little bit faster. Downside to that is there is also a possibility that I can accidentally glitch the game out and require me to do a 10-minute encounter to get this all set up again. Hey, Austin, welcome. Stormrun Gaming, also welcome. While you were at work, your roommate left the door open and all of your cats got out. You found 15 of 16 and you think the other are hanging out with the neighbor cats. Okay. You have 15 to 16 cats? That's actually really impressive. Like, I struggle to have 2 cats. The fact that you can have 16, that's kudos to you for keeping track of 16 cats, because, well, 15 in this case. But maybe that's not nice to make a joke of that. Losing a pet is not fun, but it sounds like if they're hanging out with neighbor cats, they might be semi-self-sufficient, so that's probably a bonus. Best of luck in finding your last cat. Sounds like it's definitely more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Do me a favor, guys, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Let's see the likes increase on this. See if we can hit our goal early on. To see if we can get a new like goal happening. It looks like we currently have 3. Let's see if that number needs updated. It probably does. Yep, we're at 6 now. $16 usually. It's like feeding farm animals. I believe it. That is definitely a lot of animals to keep track of. I struggle with 2. I detest cleaning the litter box, but as my wife is currently pregnant, it has become my responsibility. I'm not bumping tunes. That's what's going on. That's why I'm so silent over here. There we go. That should be better for everybody, I think. Making sure I have desktop music on. Perfect. You use an old giant long fish tank as a litter box. That works. My question mainly is, food's one thing, but how does one afford litter box sand? Because I have 2 cats right now, and they make my wallet cry when I have to buy 1 box of sand every 2 weeks. Gosh dang it. Well, this is a 10-minute reset. I missed the timing on my reset button because I kind of spaced that I had to do that. So all of my save files should be deleted. Okay. Not a big deal, just means we have a 7 to 10 minute encounter pending I can stay focused. It's super expensive. You got to get the 50-pound bag from Walmart every week for about 20 bucks. Nice. Fair enough. Hey, as long as it's a passion and something you love doing, no fault there. And you are? I'm a boy. I'm boy. Name? My name is Brass. You go through 8 wet cans a day, split between all 16, and have dry food always out. Dang, your cat's eating like kings. Mine just gets dry food, and they drink an absurd amount of water these days. Also, we have an all-time record high of subscribers on the stream. That goes without saying. We're gaining subscribers every day. Every stream is an all-time record high, basically. But the thing about 19750 is we are just 250 subscribers away from that goal of 20,000 subscribers, which is really exciting for me. It took us a very long time to surpass 19,300. In fact, it took until March, and over the course of March, the last 28 days, I've gained like 360 some odd subscribers. So the math doesn't math out that well, but you get what I'm trying to say. We've come a long way. In March, we grew the number of subscribers of January and February combined. So huge win for the channel. Just 250 subscribers away from the big 20K, and we'll be on our way to 30. Hoping to hit 30 still by the end of the year. I know I got a late start for that 10,000. I think if I play my cards right doing these streams, we may very well be able to hit 30,000. I know a lot of the subscribers are because of the bots in the last month, but a good 150 of them, so half about, are here from the streams, which means a lot. If I can get the channel to where about half are here for the bots and half are here for the streams, I will consider that an epic win. The stream should get more entertaining when I transition to doing more Let's Play oriented content when I find these shinies, so really excited to find some shinies. There will be, coincidentally, 2 streams today. I seem to hit more subscribers on my midnight to 2 a.m. streams than these evening streams. Midnight to 2 a.m. streams are to get people interested in the channel. These streams are to chat it up with you guys and to get more encounters ran. I'm real like at this point in time, I know for a fact that Bald Gamer is also streaming, so a huge portion of the people that could be watching this stream are over on his channel. He's a pretty good guy. I've had a lot of time interacting with him in his streams. Tries his best to answer all of the questions. Really great stream to go and watch, but a lot of people are going to be watching his streams at that point. Tomorrow I will be looking to stream starting at 3 p.m. my time, maybe the latest of 4 p.m. and I'm gonna have my niece come over potentially and help watch my kid while I do that one, so that I can have a really good stream. A couple of popular YouTubers will be ending their streams about that time, so we might be able to cash in on a good wave of people watching the channel. So it'd be probably a good thing. Shiny Audino caught. That's pretty cool. I personally don't like Audino, but I get its appeal to others. Shiny, very nice. Very nice win. If he's still streaming when I finish, I should raid him. I agree. And if I'm still streaming when he finishes, he should raid me. I've actually gotten raided a few times. I don't know how raiding works in YouTube. I don't know how to set it up as a raid. And maybe it's because I'm not streaming through YouTube proper, I'm streaming through Streamlabs. Maybe that's why I don't see the option. Oh gosh. Oh, you put the link to the stream in chat. Oh my gosh. Shark Lord with the 1000 IQ play. Oh my gosh, why? That's so simple. Why would I not think of that? But yeah, 1000 IQ strat there, Whis. Gonna start streaming at 3 p.m., 3:30 my time, which coincidentally enough is when my niece would get out of school to come and help out. So should be able to catch a good number of people that have nowhere else to go for a stream, and could potentially increase my numbers quite drastically, which would be a huge win for the channel. Yeah, we should be able to close in on that 20K very soon. If I play my cards extremely right, we may very well be able to accomplish it as early as tomorrow. In other news, I have like a total of 6 copies of of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I am currently setting up my Manaphy hunt in hopes that this one will end very, very soon. I doubt it will, but I actually have my nephew in the other room. He is half watching my kid, half playing those games, getting to the point where I can trade Manaphy eggs over. So we getting some pre-hunt setup going on. Most people just look up Pokemon, filter live, and click on a stream and send a link at the end of all their streams. That's a brilliant IQ play. Pokemon live, boom, done. This should be about a 10-minute encounter, I feel like. I don't think I've taken any extravagant detours or gone off on too many tangents. So pretty quick reset, I think. But yeah, the streams at this particular moment in time do not seem to get above 20 people, maybe 30 tops if I'm lucky. I think I had it hit 40 once, but for the most part, midnight streams tend to do really well. Hey, you can type! It's working! Yeah, I told you I didn't block you. That is weird that last stream it wasn't letting you chat. That's kind of crazy. But I do feel like YouTube was being really weird that day. All right, we are back in business for another Jirachi encounter. Only made it 5 encounters on this save file before screwing up. Where is 4K? Right there. Okay, and that is primed and ready to go. Let's get our next Jirachi. You're gonna switch to your VR headset. Low on battery. Oh my gosh. E is gonna watch me in 4K right in their headset. I am curious to know how that works with a VR headset, given that I'm in vertical format. Because I'm not sure if like you turn your phone sideways, if like surely it doesn't go vertical. That'd be weird. Does it reorganize the stream at all? I'm a check. I haven't checked on that. I bet it does. Sorry, my nose like really itches right now. It's allergy season for me. I don't be out here trying to pick my nose, it's just kind of happening. Maybe if I put it in full screen. No, I already am in full screen. Huh. Good luck with VR. I can't imagine how that works, but if it works, right? And if you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button. Get the stream a little bit higher of a reach. Right now we're not reaching too far, but that is changing slowly. More people that pop in, say they like it, the more people will see it and say that they like it. We also just got a sub. Thank you guys. Alright, next Jirachi encounter begins now. As soon as that Pokeball goes across the screen once, I can quick reset. And we have 2 Jirachi. No shiny. If y'all are new to the stream and are not lurking, go ahead and drop a comment in the chat. We'd love to get to know you, chat with you, discuss what your favorite shiny is, why I managed to just screw up my save file because I saved at the wrong time, because I could have sworn I reset that shiny, but I guess I did not. It should be a hardy nature. Like, I swear I reset that and deleted that. Gosh dang. Merp. Favorite shiny. Gotta go with Obstagoon. I think my favorite would be Scolipede. Stream lagging for you? I think it was lagging for me for a second as well. Which makes sense in all honesty, because I am running 15 Nintendo Switches, all trading over the internet at this time, plus doing a live stream, plus watching said live stream. Lot going on over here. Oh, I am not A. I am brass. You don't have so much to say, to be honest. Fair enough. I mean, lurking is perfectly acceptable. Lurkers are great. View time up through the roof with lurkers. That's okay. Princes, welcome. Or Princes. Been a while. Actually, I think you were in one of my streams the other day. Your Q3 is trying to keep up. Makes sense. Yeah, I would imagine with your VR headset, it's getting its image and signal from elsewhere, so I could imagine it having struggles. Metagross, that's a great shiny. Love the silver boy. Let's be honest, I just love everything to do with Beldum. That's really what's going on there. I have such a profound love for Beldum, and I don't even have a good reason as to why. Like, you don't get it until end game. The only time you see it is as a Metang and as a Metagross, and then all of a sudden Steven just gives you a Beldum for, you know, no reason at all, and it's just great. Beldum is such an underrated Pokemon, in my opinion. Let's get some love for Beldum in the chat. I feel like I need to get a Beldum emoji now. I am going to put that on my list of stuff to do tomorrow. We need more Beldum. More Cowbell, more Beldum. If I ever do a run of this game where I use a Beldum, its nickname will be Cowbell. I don't know how many of you guys got that reference, but I think it's hilarious. What we need, what we have here, is a need for more Cowbell. Always need more Cowbell. E does not know their favorite shiny. There are, you know, a lot to choose from. In fact, there's 1,026 shinies to choose from. Only 1,000 of them are actually released. You should like a first grade music teacher. I sound like a first grade music teacher. No, I sound like Christopher Walken. If you don't know who he is, I pity your childhood and adult existence, if applicable. Thanks. No, there's a lot of shinies to choose from. But yeah, on the list for tomorrow will be a Beldum emote for the YouTube channel members to use. I think that would be top tier. Your favorite Pokemon's shiny sucks in the newer games? What is your favorite Pokemon? Because I feel like you're going to say Gengar at this point, because its shiny does kind of suck in the newer games. Because it can't be Charizard, because I feel like for the most part, Charizard's shiny got a little bit better. Princes, shiny Mew. I did get me one of those recently. Shiny Mew is a great shiny. It's not Gengar. Elekid? Garchomp? So, first, E, to guess what your favorite shiny Pokemon is, I need to know what you mean by newer games. Because for me, that phrase indicates your shiny originates from Gen 5 or lower. .3D games, okay. So Gen 6 and up, its shiny was changed. It's a shiny that we feel has not gotten better. 3DS games has a bad shiny. I would say Zapdos is among those that has a lesser shiny than it used to. Okay, next question. What color is the shiny? Welcome on in, guys. I see that there are quite a number of you guys here. Thanks for stopping in. Even if it was just the YouTube algorithm or Destiny that put you here, maybe, I don't know. But thanks for popping in. There are 32 people, so good improvement from the 6 that we've had recently. If you like shiny hunting, pop in the chat. Love Pokemon, pop in the chat. We'd love to get to know you. We're currently guessing N's favorite Pokemon that has a crappy shiny in the 3DS games. You can't catch it in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but it is from Gen 4. So that tells us it is a Pokemon that evolves via special method. It's a Gen 1 Pokemon that evolves into a Gen 4 Pokemon right off the bat. Glaceon? For real? That probably would have been like my 6th guess. Based on that, I would have led with Electivire personally. Well, I guess that random shiny guessing is over. Glaceon. Sorry, talking with my mic off. You saw a video about how you can't get those two in Heart Gold, Soul Silver recently, so it was on your mind. Yeah, that's probably why it would have been my 6th-ish guess, 6 to 10, is I too saw that video and was thinking, okay, it's a Gen 1 Pokemon that evolves in Gen 4. I would have eventually got to that one, but I would have gone through all of the 120 to 132 Pokemon range first. I would have went Electivire, Magmortar, Piloswine, even though that's a Gen 2 into Gen 4. Chansey, I would have... Chansey's a Gen 1 that evolves in Gen 2, though. I would have went with all of those guys. All right, E, to guess your favorite starter, I'm going to ask a semi-inappropriate question. Are you between 10 and 16? I think that's a wide enough age range to not be creepy. because I feel like most cases age range is going to drastically change this result. Better. Shark Lord's panicking at the question I'm about to ask. I ain't out here trying to be weird, but people's age definitely affects their shiny decision, or their starter decision. Not always the case, but it is important information for that. That is not for me to know. Fair enough. Can't fault you for that one. It is a weird question to get asked over the internet. Based on that, I'm going to say your favorite shiny is... shoot, what's that thing's name? Poplio. No Poplio. Shark Lords liked the cute starters no matter their age. Okay. If it's not Poplio, did I guess the correct type? Pokemon, wow. I guessed the correct type, so we know it's not Gen 7 now. It can't be those two. Can't be that one. Okay. Are we going with final evolution or actual starter? Like the base evolution? Because if we're going base, I'm going to say Froakie. This is Sapphire. I am playing Pokemon Sapphire. No, it is base. Okay. Then clearly the correct and only answer is Mudkip. Your first game for GBA? Awesome. Couldn't have picked a better first game, honestly. It is Mudkip. I didn't want to guess my favorite starter because that would be too cliche, but Mudkip is also mine. Okay, we're going to check this here. Okay, we are good to reset for a Jirachi now. Welcome on in, guys. Looks like we got a good number of people watching. We are shiny hunting Jirachi. About to get the first encounter in a hot minute because these are typically 10-minute resets because you do have to start a new game, play the game until you get the Pokedex. Then you can reset for a Jirachi. Through the save corruption method, we are reducing that 10-minute encounter down to a 2-minute encounter. So we are going to reset. Then we are going to corrupt the save file on purpose by pressing A to clear all data areas and then immediately resetting. So clearing data, I hit the reset button. We now are corrupted our save file. It's going to reload the save file we had before I got Jirachi. So I'll have one Pokemon here. And then I will save twice. This first save is going to set this new save file as the main, and the one we just backed up is still going to be the backup. Then we're going to save a second time to make the save file we just did the backup, and this new save file the new main save file. And then we're able to reset and get another Jirachi. And if I had my timing right, it should load up like so. And we'll hit the reset button when it says we can't update the berry glitch deal. And we have another Jirachi. Galactic Cupcake, welcome. RNG tip, name does influence, try changing it. That is true. It does change things slightly for most cases. However, ultimately the name doesn't matter as much in this particular hunt. Other hunts, I would say, absolutely, it makes a world of difference because it changes your shiny frame seeds. This one, eventually we will hit it. Okay, I'm going to take a brief intermission here to take care of my kid for a second. I will be back in about 3 minutes. All right, we are back. Ooh, and we went up quite a few subscribers. Thanks, guys. Welcome to the Brass Coin Collection, as it's been dubbed by Arsenon. He was in the chat a moment ago. I have now forgot how many times I've saved. I feel like it's going to be best to just reset at this point. We're going to do the save corruption glitch one more time just to make sure everything is kosher. Actually, since it just told me that it was corrupt, that told me everything I needed to know. So if it's still corrupt, that means I haven't saved one time. So that just fixed everything. So we're going to save. We're going to save again. Imagine if I got a shiny Jirachi, shiny starter before shiny Jirachi. Honestly, I feel like that's more likely to happen than not at this point. I think over the course of doing this, I've gotten exactly one shiny Poochyena. That has happened. But just due to how Jirachi is calculated, it is very, very possible for me to get a shiny first, a shiny starter. And because E had mentioned, yes, if you are doing a specific set of criteria on this hunt using the RNG manipulation, the name absolutely does matter because it does change your seed that's generated ultimately. But if you are not following the rest of the RNG manipulation techniques and tips, it does not matter at all. Dr. Snepper just tuned in. Coincidentally enough, my favorite drink is a Dr. Pepper, so similar sounding. That's actually what's in this right now. Maybe completely unrelated, but it sounded similar, so my brain went connection. You RNG'd a shiny Mudkip on your Emerald. That is a great game to start RNG manipulation on. Super simple and easy to do that method. I was able to get every single Gen 3 legendary in Emerald using the RNG manipulation. Except for Jirachi. I did look into RNG manipulating this shiny Jirachi. It is possible. There are a lot of steps to it. I think I may devote some time to it tomorrow to see if I can get it figured out, but we'll see. Your favorite animal is a snow leopard or snep? Pepper snepper. Okay, very nice. My man, a toast. I'm reading the comments in reverse, but the meaning's there. Snow leopards are pretty cool. So that new Pokemon, Xian Pao, I feel like its name is, digging that ice leopard, because I definitely think it's kind of cool. Pictionary Ness OST is fire. Of course, Ness is fire in general. You've got a sub. You've never had anyone actually make the connection. Epic. Just meant to be, I guess. E is famous, apparently. What? Galactic Cupcake is supposed to be asleep, but you couldn't get to sleep. That's unfortunate. That's me like every single night. Not due to insomnia, just because I have a problem just going to bed. I'm like, ooh, let's do this project. Ooh, I have time to do this project. And the next thing I know, it's like 2 in the morning, and I have work in 4 hours. Not that great. I feel like I already checked this Pokemon, but I probably didn't because I think I just loaded it. Party. We're going to assume I did not. Cupcake is using his plan B to keep yourself awake until 8. Oh, okay. Yeah. Doing the whole I couldn't sleep, so might as well not sleep, pull an all-nighter type mentality. I used to do that all the time when I was, younger than 22. It's like, oops, I forgot to go to bed. Guess I might as well just stay up. It's already 6 in the morning. Wookie Spooky, welcome! It's alright. You got Violet, but you would have loved to have played Scarlet instead. Scarlet, listen, I was on Team Violet like the entire time because I thought Miraidon was so much cooler than Koraidon. However, after playing both games, I do have to yield. Scarlet is the superior experience. Koraidon is just so much goofier. Like, they both have the same personality because of the way the game's programmed, right? But the personality that they have for those two Pokemon matches so much better with Koraidon, and I just picture him as Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. The connection is just there permanently. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It just works. Two goofy Pokemon. You're just an eternal convention staffer, workaholic at heart. Yep. Feel that a little bit. Oh, he's $1 million brand. Got it. Or I guess they're $1 million brand. You can see it. Toothless. Indeed. All right, let's reset that. The only thing you hate about Koraidon is that the tires don't work. Oh my gosh, yes. Those tires should... Like, I really was hoping those tires would turn. I don't like that he runs all gangly and loppy-like, but it would have been cool to see the tires working. I agree. Isla Gamer, my favorite Pokemon is Swampert. The whole Mudkip line is my favorite Pokemon because I feel like I can't just choose part of it. But if I had to, it would be Swampert. Today, which is still technically nighttime on Tuesday, you're going to go outside and play Pokemon Go with your mother. Awesome. Get out, get some exercise, find some Pokemon. That's what's up. Fully support that. Even though I like to spoof all of my Pokemon Go stuff because I live in the middle of nowhere. All right, chats are coming in. Galactic's going to Mega Evolve their Deontay. Very nice. I do like Deontay's Mega. It's quite good. Wiz says the only thing they hate about Koraidon is tires don't work. I think I read that one. Mega Deontay is also really strong. You're actually she, her, but no hate. Fair enough. Do my best to remember that. Why is Swampert my favorite Pokemon? If that's the question, Isla Gamer, that is because Swampert is the best starter ever. It is a cute little mudfish, tanky boy. And there's no starter Pokemon I'd rather have than a Mudkip. Despite the fact that it gets completely wrecked by May on Route 13, I think it is, between Slateport and Mauville City, May will wreck your world. I feel like I deleted that, but maybe I saved where I wasn't supposed to or didn't save where I was supposed to. I did not do a prank stream on April Fool's today, unfortunately. I was lame. Yeah, okay. I messed up my save file, so I get to do another 10-minute reset. That's been happening quite a bit recently. All right. The Mudkip line also has great shinies. I haven't been too big of a fan of its shiny. I prefer the blue Mudkip to the pink Mudkip, I think, but it is still a great shiny. I don't even know how they would work, but you want them to work. The same way they work on Miraidon, honestly. You know, I just thought that it would be using muscles in its throat to, like, constantly spin the tread, maybe. Perhaps. They should have made Koraidon walk normally and use wheels when dashing. I agree. Dragonite being a great Pokemon, but the shiny is so ugly. Oh, that's the why is that. I understand the question now. Why is it that Dragonite being a great Pokemon, but the shiny is so ugly? It's because Game Freak hates us. Secretly and openly. I concur that... oh, Pokemon Master, thanks for the sub. I concur and maintain that Dragonite's shiny should have remained pinkish purple like its previous evolutions. That would have been ideal. And I also don't think it should have turned into the big old westernized cartoonish dragon that it is. I think it should have been a lot more sleek like Dragonair is. It makes no sense that Dragonite's so fast for how big of a awesome Dragon Boy he is. Dr. Snepper says, first full odds shiny was Kecleon. Then you got a couple more through Ultra Wormholes and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Was that Kecleon on Ruby Sapphire, or was it through Wormholes initially? Because, like, that's a cool first shiny to get, especially in the context of Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, where there's, like, 4 of those static encounters across the entire game. I think it's actually 5, but, yeah, that would be pretty insane luck to have one of those 5 that you get be shiny. Galactic Cupcake has 6 Diancie candies. After you purify Regirock, you will start leveling Diancie. Epic. Sharklord got another shiny Drapion, it seems. It's sad about it. Third shiny Drapion. Drapion at least has a cool shiny, though. They need to make an event to get the shiny SV legendaries, kind of like Zacian and Zamazenta. I assure you, when Scarlet and Violet is giving up the ghost like Sword and Shield did when BDSP came out, they will do an event for shiny Koraidon and Miraidon. Almost guaranteed. We are also waiting for a Pokemon movie to announce the true mythical Pokemon to Scarlet and Violet, unless after all of these years, the Pokemon Company has elected to break tradition. The mythical Pokemon, the true mythical Pokemon for the series for the game is always announced or shown first in a movie of some kind. We saw that with Zarude, Secrets of the Jungle. We saw that with Manaphy, Jirachi, Celebi. Pretty much every mythical Pokemon has been announced through a movie first. And that's the true mythicals. I don't count, like, Kubfu and Terapagos and Ogerpon as mythical Pokemon. I count them more as legendary. Because they can be obtained within the game itself. It's not a one-off event. No wormholes. You forget which game, but yeah, Kecleon. I would wager it had to have been Ruby and Sapphire, or Oris at the very least. I don't know any other games where those appear in the wild. Certainly not Gen 5 or 6. Well, Oris is Gen 6, but shouldn't be XY, shouldn't be Gen 5, and it can't be Gen 4. So I would say it had to have been Gen 3 or Gen 3 remakes. I feel like Peacharunt is technically a mythical as well. I don't feel like it is the true mythical of the generation, though. It could be, though. It is obtainable within the game. It is also technically an event. So it does have a semi-limited run. It could be the generation's mythical. New evolution when? 10 years ago, hopefully. Like, we need a new Eevee evolution. It needs to be dragon typing. Balance will be restored to the Force. We need at least 9 Eevee evolutions. And I vie for Dragon and Ghost. Somebody is guessing an encounter. That was Dr. Stepper. You have a good night. Guessing get the reset of Jirachi at 826 or 758. Very specific. I dig it. I personally am vibing with 2000. but I will not be upset if I get it sooner. I honestly think this is going to take a minimum of 2,000 encounters. I hope it doesn't take full odds. That's my true hope with this hunt. Because this is a lot of time. In fact, I need to update the hours for the encounters to 54 hours that I have been at this hunt. That is 54. Boom, done. 54 hours and counting at this hunt. Because I keep having to do 10-minute resets and instead of 2-minute resets. Hope they get redemption on the Legends ZA. I hope everything gets redemption on Legends ZA. Like, I hope we get a few megas. I hope they correct their mistake of not making Flygon a mega, because that needs to happen, and it needs to be Bug Dragon. Like, so help me. They will have a riot on their hands if they do a mega Flygon finally, and it is not Dragon Bug. Smoker, hello, welcome to the stream. Sharklord just got another Audino. Maybe it's a shiny, maybe it's not. Don't forget shiny huntable Kalos mythicals. Ooh, yes. Unfortunately, they won't do that. I think they will very much follow suit with Legends ZA. I think we'll be looking at shiny locked Legends and mythicals. But I do have a sincere hope, belief, and faith that they are going to remake Black and White and shadow drop it in August, September time period. Like, I would be very, very surprised if this year we don't get a shadow drop 3 months till it comes out announcement of Black and White remake of some kind. There's just no way they're not going to. Galactic, I don't even want to know what that Zygarde form would look like. I have a pretty good idea, and it's terrifying. Can I use save states? Dr. Snapper, that is a fabulous question, and to answer it, technically speaking, yes, I could use save states to do this. I don't know if it would be faster. I also feel like there would be no difference between me doing that and generating a Pokemon, since the save file the Pokemon gets sent to is disingenuine at that point. I don't personally have a problem with save glitch manipulation because it's using factory firmware and hardware. But yes, I could create a save state of my Sapphire game to expedite my reload process. I'm just not sure whether I should or not. I don't know if it would be disingenuine or count the run as lesser than. That's just something that I've been struggling with myself. I struggled the first 80 encounters to justify doing the save manipulation glitch because I wanted to do it all as legitly as possible. Ultimately decided on, I'm not using external software or hardware to do this. The reason why I don't really want to do the save states is because I don't want people to think that somewhere in that save state I manipulated my shiny odds or manipulated my trainer ID to guarantee myself a shiny. If I was going to do manipulated save states, I think the smart decision would be to just do RNG manipulation from the get-go, because I think I could get that in about 20 encounters if I really focused on learning how to do it. It's just very technical and a lot of steps. So I'm not that desperate yet. But, I mean, fair question either way. Like, I haven't really been asked about the save states yet, so super happy to explain that one here on the channel. You think Flygon was actually going to have a Mega? It should have. I feel like there's a trifecta of Metagross, Flygon, and Salamence. And 2 out of the 3 got it, so there's just a power vacuum in there that shouldn't exist there. Wookie Spooky. A Zygardevoir would be amazing. Truly. Dr. Stepper, you have a fantastic night. We'll catch you later. Maybe during tomorrow's stream. Maybe not. I'll be streaming again at midnight, my time. Darkrai and Shaman were not huntable in Pokemon Legends Arceus. They were available, but they were not shiny huntable. It was indeed very sad. Sad. Very sad. We wanted shinies. We could have had shinies. They didn't give us shinies. But we could have had them. If I would have been making it, we would have had shinies. They were huntable in BDSP. Correct. That is correct. Oh, what in the world? Why are you not giving me... You did give me Jirachi. Perfect. More sad were those shiny locks on SV. You are too correct. I figured out what I've been doing wrong. I am not paying attention. It would be thick. I just barely got the comment. Not that I didn't understand it initially. I just barely read the comment. Finally caught up with all of the chats, I feel like. You guys have been killing it with the chatting in. Definitely making the stream go by faster. We currently have 12 likes. We have a goal of 20. Could I get everybody in the viewing area, in the stream, to smash that like button if you are on mobile? Upper right hand corner, 3 dots. About right here on your screen, you're going to see a like button appear. Go ahead and smash that. If you also just hold down in the middle of the screen like that, a secret menu will appear. You can press the like button there. Would greatly help out the reach of the stream. We've been doing pretty good with views so far, so thank you guys so much for popping in, chatting it up, making the stream go by fast. Greatly, greatly appreciated. I think we're having a great stream thus far. We are 1 hour and 20 minutes into it. Today, planning to go for about an hour more. A little bit less than an hour, probably. Alright, we need to check on that. That is not where it needs to be, unfortunately. They also could have allowed Manslaughter and Fione hunts way easier in PLE. I feel like that was supposed to say Manaphy, but Manslaughter is so much more funny. Gosh dang, why didn't they allow Manslaughter in that game? Could have happened. L in the chat for Game Freak. Could have had Pokemanular Manslaughter. Would have been ideal. There are a few NPCs in that game that could benefit from that being a thing. But yeah, shiny locking is like the worst thing to ever happen since Pokemon was created. Manslaughter is my favorite Pokemon. Also, I did find out that this Jirachi should be able to have a nickname. We can nickname this Pokemon once we get to the name raider, but it has to be this generation. So I think we might have to do a playthrough and nickname this Jirachi. Not sure how I'm going to go about doing the nicknaming for it, though. It may end up being the highest super chatter at the time of catching the Pokemon gets the nicknaming rights. Might do something like that. Might just pick the funniest version and or have people vote about it on the community tab. Pokemon Manslaughter and Pokemon Arson. Has potential to be a good Pokemon game, not gonna lie. We'll have a new form of Pokemon Red and Blue. We got red for fire, and we got blue for lifeless bodies, I guess. I don't know. I feel like Manslaughter would be pretty red too. How many times can I say Manslaughter in a stream before YouTube like demonetizes it or takes it down? You guys think there's a number on that one? I feel like it's got to be around 17 times, but I've probably already exceeded that number. Petition to name it Manslaughter. I totally would. I think I could get Slaughter in there. I don't think I can nickname it that many characters, though. Wookie Spooky. Previously, I have been under the impression that you could not nickname the Jirachi because its OT is Wishmaker. But it seems to be that the consensus on the interwebs is that because you are the first person to have it, you can, in fact, nickname it. It may have to be done through the name raider on Generation 3, or I think they introduced it in Generation 8. Based on what I was reading, for sure, if it has not been nicknamed by Generation 8, inside Sword and Shield, you can nickname any Pokemon you have received, as long as it hasn't been nicknamed once before. So, for sure, in Generation 8, I could nickname the Pokemon. And I think I might have to do that, chat willing. You committed socio slaughter and didn't even get one shiny. They made a very interesting Pokemon movie about Manslaughter. I feel like that wasn't an official Pokemon release, but it could have been. Also, guys, it is pretty sad that I have been streaming for an hour and 25 minutes. I only have 18 encounters. That is 4 minutes per encounter instead of 2 because of how many long resets I've had to do. We're gonna push for 40 encounters for the stream, though. I think we can still get another 22. If I focus, pay attention, do good, and actually grind these encounters out, I think I can get 40. Rev of Rooms, new. Okay, I lost track of where I saved, so I am going to apparently get another Jirachi, I guess. Hopefully I saved twice. I feel like I had to have saved twice if the bonus disc was ready for me. So that's kind of reassuring. But I may have just given myself a bad juju. Okay, we got careful. That means I did in fact save twice, because if I only saved one time, I should have gotten a hardy nature. And this is just one of the many reasons why it's important to pay attention to each nature, encounter to encounter, because theoretically, if you don't change anything on the saves, you should get the same Jirachi each time. Evidently, I may be mistaken. Ruby is better in Jace Gaming's opinion. Okay, supporting arguments for why that is the case, Jace. We need reasons here. If you're gonna be wrong, you gotta have a reason. Okay, I did mess up my save. So, another 10-minute encounter for me. Which is like the fourth one of the stream. I'm making a career out of these 10-minute encounters. Wookie Spooky says they like Ruby more because they like Groudon's design better. Okay, but have you seen Kyogre, though? But in all reality, Groudon is pretty cool. I just like blue as my channel aesthetic, my shirt, and my general like for purple tends to indicate. I like blue. I default to blue 9 times out of 10 on Pokemon. Well, almost. Probably 8 times out of 10. Because I do prefer Scarlet and I do prefer... Gold, which would technically be the red equivalent, I feel. But Groudon is pretty cool. I can't argue with that. If I was to choose... Ruby, my main favorite starter, would have the advantage. Fair point there. I think my main appeal to Sapphire is Team Aqua. I like Team Aqua better, I think. Whis, I like turtles. Jace, for Pokemon Sun or Moon, I don't think one is inherently better than the other. I tend to play Pokemon Moon, but I like Solgaleo more than Lunala. But I prefer playing Pokemon Moon more, but for some reason, every time I think about playing Sun and Moon, my initial response is to grab a copy of Sun. I don't know why. Kind of interesting. I do have that same thing with Gold and Silver. I love Lugia the most. I love Lugia far more than Ho-Oh. But I always catch myself when I want to play a Generation 2 game, I pick up Pokemon Gold every single time. I love Lugia. It's obtainable in Silver. I just gravitate to Pokemon Gold. Lugia the GOAT. Diamond and Pearl. My choice is Diamond all the way. I really do not like Palkia. I don't like Dialga the most. In fact, I don't like most of Generation 4 anyways. The Pokemon are pretty cool, but legendaries, box legendaries, I should say, not the best. And yes, Jace, I did eventually beat Sun and Moon. I beat Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Really disappointed with Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Last stream, I had a whole 20-minute rant on why I don't really like Gen 7. And basically the main issue for me is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon should have been DLC options for Sun and Moon. I played Ultra Sun, or I started playing Pokemon Sun and Moon in tandem with each other, so I could trade back and forth. Got to like the equivalent of the 6th gym, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon came out. I started to play those, and it was the exact same game until you got to basically where I was at, and then it kind of diverged into DLC-like content. Hated that experience, was not great. Pokemon, however, in those games are phenomenal, except for Bruxish. Screw Bruxish. Can't say its name, don't want to say its name. Think it's a stupid Pokemon. Hands down, my least favorite Pokemon is Bruxish. I do have Pokemon Crystal. I also have a Japanese Pokemon Crystal. Oh, which do I prefer as a kid? Blue, all the way. Even though there's absolutely no difference between the two games, except for, 4 Pokemon that are version exclusive. I think it's actually 8, but... Pokemon Blue, hands down. If we're talking GBA remakes, Fire Red, because screw Leaf Green. It's green. That's basically why, in a nutshell. It's green. But, Blue. First Pokemon game. Always the go-to. Even though I like Charizard more than Blastoise, Blue all the way. And it may or may not have something to do with the ability to easily capture Mankey in Route... I feel like... I don't know the route number. I feel like it's Route 2, but it probably isn't. It's the route to the left of Viridian City. No. Yeah, Viridian City. Brushish is Jinx's ancient ancestor. They definitely have a relation of some kind. If you're given the option of an equal amount of gold or silver, you would pick gold. Yes. This is true. That's like the age-old question, which weighs more? A pound of feathers or a pound of gold? I actually did buy a Japanese copy of Crystal because I wanted to get a Celebi in that game just because I could. But I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to doing it, because I could just do it on Virtual Console and I could shiny hunt it and actually use it. Jace, I wish I had my old save file that I had when I was a kid. Unfortunately, I don't even have that version of the game anymore. Like, when I was 21, 20-ish, we'll say 20, I sold my entire Pokemon and Legend of Zelda collection for a decent amount of money. Fast forward like 4 years, 3 years, I bought it all back. I went away from video games for 2 years. Well, 3-ish years, actually, but mainly 2. I sold all my video games, except for my 3DS. I still kept that. I kept my original 3DS. Sold all my games. Didn't play video games for like 2-3 years. And then decided to start buying them all back in 2017. Got my collection almost back. 2019 hits. I decided I wanted to get married, so I sold all of my video games again, most of them, except for my 3DS, to put money down on a ring. And then I got married. And over time, I've grown the YouTube channel over the last 5 to 6 years. I feel like it's been 5 years, a little less than 5 years. So I'm growing my YouTube channel for effectively 4 years at this point. I started buying all my games back. I have my entire collection, and then some. So I do not have my original copy of Pokemon Blue anymore, but I still do have a copy of Blue. I did beat Omega Ruby. Sacrifice that needed to be done. Yeah. I do wish I had my original Blue cartridge, but I definitely would not have had my original save. I played Pokemon Blue, Red, Gold, and Silver, and Crystal into the dirt, along with Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. I must have restarted my game save file no less than 50 times on each of those. I always had my Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance in my hand as a kid. There was just no other way. Also, I'm pretty sure my headset's going to die, so I'm going to plug it in real fast. This one. I hope so, Jace. Low-key, she's kind of stuck with me at this point. I did get her a pretty cool custom-made Zelda-inspired ring. I kind of based her ring off of the Zora's Sapphire from Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's basically the Zora's Sapphire on a band with a diamond in the middle and 3 diamonds on the outside. So it's kind of a Zora's Sapphire mixed with the Master Sword pedestal with a diamond on top. It's pretty cool looking. She's very proud of that ring. Can we see a pic? Very quite possibly. Let me see if I'm able to pull one up. It was a while ago. I don't know if I have any of the pictures on my phone any longer, but I probably should. Evidently, we didn't take a picture of it at the wedding. That's odd. Okay, those do not go back far enough, evidently. Christopher Gary, or Jerry. No joke, you're replaying Heart Gold and got a full odds shiny Caterpie. Congrats on the shiny, Christopher. And congrats on the cool little ribbon next to your name. Went through and changed all of the YouTube channel membership icons and gave access to a few more emotes that you can try out. But yeah, that ribbon means you've been a member for at least a year, I feel like, with that one. Maybe it's only 8 months. Might be about 8 months. Round a year? Makes sense. Apparently my chat stopped loading. I feel like it goes without saying that my favorite Pokemon in Hoenn would be Swampert, given that it's my favorite Pokemon overall. Greatly love Swampert, Mudkip, Marshtomp, all those guys. And I think part of the reason why I have a great love for those Pokemon is something that happens in the original copy of Pokemon Sapphire. I cannot find anything about it. I've searched many versions, text dumps to find this. I am confident it exists. I will take some time out of the stream encounters to show you guys what I mean. And it's mainly due to my own lack of judgment, but we'll save here. And before I encounter for the shiny, I'll show you guys something stupid. We'll go grab the running shoes and proceed. Just checked. 1 day, 7 years, been a member. Or 1 year, 7 days, been a member. Well, thank you, Christopher. Greatly appreciated. I do remember vaguely what I set each one of those memberships time frames at. That's why I was able to kind of guess that it was around a year. That, and I just remember seeing your name a lot. I feel like there's 2 or 3 more badges above a year. I think there's 1, 2, and 4, baby. Jace, Team and Omega Ruby is Rayquaza, Latios, Giratina, Groudon, Charizard, and Garchomp. Seems you like dragons. Gonna go out on a limb. Groudon isn't a dragon, but might as well be. Oh, I almost forgot the first step of my puzzle to show you guys. Alright, so when you first come into this town, this is all you see, right? Nothing in here indicates that there are any routes except for go forward, go backwards, up, down. You come to the right. Could have been a route there, but isn't. You go to the left. There's a route there, but this guy is standing right here, and he blocks you from entering, right? So, me in my, 9, 10-year-old mind, I come up here, I go battle, or I come up here, I explore everything in the town, I see that guy, he won't let me pass. So I move over here, I've explored everything. So I'm like, well, it does want me to go up and battle May, so I'll go battle May. Okay? With me so far? The game initially blocks you from going left. Put that in the forefront of your mind. Can't go left. Okay? Now, there's a sign here. This is Route 103. There's a kid here. You talk to the kid. My Pokemon is staggeringly tired. I should have brought a potion. I swear, in the original version of Emerald and Sapphire, that kid says, and I quote, "If your Pokemon becomes strong enough, it can carry you across the water." Okay? That's step 2 to this stupid puzzle that my 9-year-old brain created. There is either a sign or a kid, I swear it was this kid, or there was a sign right here in one of the versions of the game that I cannot find anymore that says, if your Pokemon is strong enough, it can carry you across water. Alright, so putting those 2 pieces of information together, what starter did I choose? Mudkip. Now, I know from previous games that Mudkip can learn Surf. I'm thinking, okay, I chose Mudkip. Clearly, this Pokemon can get strong enough to learn Surf. Maybe in this generation they did away with HMs. That was my thinking, 9-year-old me. I may not need HMs to progress through the game. I can just evolve my water starter. On Christmas Day, I spent literal hours, Christmas Day and the day after, grinding my Mudkip up to level 40 before I gave up. Got my Swampert level 40 off of level 2 and 3 encounters. Finally at level 40, it started clicking in my head. You know what? What would I have done if I had chosen Torchic or Trico? I would have no water Pokemon to learn Surf. There is another way out of this. So I started exploring again and found that pathway to the left. I proceeded to dominate everybody in the game because I was walking through it with a level 40 overpowered Swampert in my party. And that's why I love Swampert so much. We spent a great deal of time struggling in Gen 3 together. It was my fault, but we struggled together, and it put up 0 complaints. It didn't say, hey, are you going to progress in the game? Hey, are you ever going to move past this route? Hey, I'm level 18, you gonna move on with the game? No, it was content. It put in work, it battled for me, and it's like, you know what? We may be grinding now, but we're going to dominate the rest of this game. Steven doesn't stand a chance. Didn't know who Steven was yet, but I would quickly learn who Steven was and would go on to wreck his day. Yeah, it was like the ultimate lab lock. It was a ultimate route lock. Self-imposed level 40, no progressing. It was something. But that's my story of my first experience with Gen 3. Ironically enough, it didn't make me hate it. It made me love it even more. I never did find a picture of that ring. I have low-key been looking. So, pretty good story for Gen 3, if I do say so myself. Granted, I don't much care for Generation 4. I'm probably going to lose half the viewers that are currently watching saying that blasphemy, but compared to Generation 3 and its never-ending supply of water, Generation 4 just ran so ridiculously slowly. There's no excuse for it. It was a new game. It was new hardware. The DS wasn't doing that much extra that the SP wasn't already doing with Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire. But the games just ran so ridiculously slow that I couldn't. The only way I could play them was with an action replay with the running boots times 10 running so that I could actually get somewhere fast. Expedited text speed, all that fun stuff. Jace, that's a perfect question for my rant that I'm about to go on. Christopher says, saving a lot of data. Yes, there is no reason for that nonsense. The text speed, slow. The loading speed, slow. The running speed, slow. The animations, slow. Overall progression through the game, slow. Just slow, slow, slow. Everything there is designed to slow you down. Not to mention having to go back and forth across the same mountain range multiple times. Really, really grated on me very quickly. Still going, Stormrun. Did you successfully finish your cat hunt? Is my question to you. We have not found a shiny while you were gone. Did you find a cat? Stormrun just going through life with the cat percent. Lots of people saw him with a group of strays earlier, so you'll get him tomorrow as you know where they hang out. 15.5 of 16. Jace, I prefer Scarlet to Violet. I was Team Violet all the way up until when the games came out. Played a little of both. Scarlet quickly became my favorite. Mainly because I think Scarlet did the Paradox Mons a lot better than Violet. I hate how everything was iron this, iron that in Scarlet. Or sorry, in Violet. I liked how in Scarlet everything... It was themed, ancient, and carnal, but it wasn't forced in naming. Everything didn't have iron something as a name. Try to find a pic. I probably could go into the bathroom and find my wife's ring and just show you guys if I really thought about it hard enough. Leafy, have never seen your channel before, but I wish you luck. You have a lot of dedication. Take care. Leafy, you take care. You have a great day. Looks like your profile pic is like either from Stitch or Chip and Dale. Maybe not, but looks cool all the same. Welcome to the stream. All right, Jace, to answer your question, I'm going to say we really need a Flygon that's Dragon Bug. From that information, you could extrapolate which is my favorite Charizard. For the record, it is Charizard X. It may inevitably become Charizard Z because that's probably going to happen at this point. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already did that one, so we're just going to save reset. Felipe, still nothing. My stream shows up to you every 2 or 3 days. The question is, Felipe, are you subscribed? Because if not, you should definitely fix that. Clearly, YouTube's trying to help us out and get us connected. But you see my stream every 2 to 3 days, probably because I stream every 2 to 3 days. Although I do feel like I've seen your name on other YouTube videos in the comments section before, so it may be that that is the case and you are subscribed, in which case, thank you. Win for Leafy? Win for Leafy indeed. I've been hunting it for 2 to 3 years, so yeah. Yeah, I have been hunting it for about 2 years. Not all at once. More of an off and on type experience. I started it in June-ish, July of 2022. Hunted it a good amount of times, got 80 encounters over the course of like 6 months. I had the birth of my son. in that time period, so I didn't spend a lot of time doing that. Scarlet and Violet came out, so I spent way more time doing that. So just didn't have the time to devote to this. Now I need to find it, so I have to find it. Sometimes you comment on Pokemon videos to solve confusion or make people more confused. I believe it. We do some trolling around here too. And we have officially gone up 12 subscribers through the course of this stream, so we're doing pretty good for the stream. Love to see it. I wish I could have gotten 40 encounters done this stream. Still got a little time left, but I had way too many 10-minute encounters because chat's been coming in like crazy. I dig it. Just got a little distracted, made a few errors that are easy to make and easy to avoid. Yeah, 19,760. We are 240 away from the big 20K. Hoping to get that here relatively soon, maybe tomorrow. Seems lofty to think, hey, I got 10 subscribers during this stream. Maybe I can get 240 tomorrow, but I completely believe it's going to be doable. I think given I start streaming at an appropriate time, such as 3 p.m. at my time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, I think we have a very great chance of hitting 20K tomorrow evening. It could be done. And I think I'm going to go for it. Just got to hit things at the right place at the right time. When some streams end, others are beginning, I think we can make a great headway starting at 5. Ooh, I do need to update my hours log. We have been streaming for over 55 hours at this point. Another 40 minutes and we will hit 55 hours. Or sorry, 56. I can count, guys. I can do basic math. I work at a bank. That doesn't sound right. If it should be adamant nature. Yeah, it's adamant. Okay, I just failed to do the reset. Oh, no worries, Shark Lord. Glad you're back. Jace, I do play other types of games. In fact, my favorite game franchise of all time is Zelda. I also been known to play some Splatoon, Mario. I have played around with Call of Duty a little bit. Played Halo. Love Assassin's Creed. I tend to prefer more story and lore-based games. That's why Legend of Zelda and Assassin's Creed are near and dear to me. I feel like I may have misdone my saves. We're going to reset one more time just to make sure. I think I saved 3 times instead of once, and that messes with things quite a bit. Yep. Sure did. Okay, I get to do another 10-minute reset. I've been doing one about every 5 resets, it seems, so... You might get some views from Japan if I stream during their daytime, because a lot of them like Pokemon. You are absolutely correct, Wookie Spooky. A random tidbit, most of my viewers are East Coast. Followed by East Coast, we have the UK. Followed by the UK, we have Netherlands and Japan. Taiwan and Singapore. Those are my highest regions that I stream to. Who's your favorite Pokemon of all the Pokemon you can choose? Swampert. If I could have any Pokemon, I would choose Swampert. What is my favorite outfit in Tears of the Kingdom? That is a fantastic question. I kind of like the glider set, but I don't know if I'd call it my favorite. I think I would have to go with, like, Skyward Sword Link outfit. But if that wasn't an option, I do like his ancient outfit that he gets on the Sky Islands. And the Ember outfit is pretty cool too. The CC hat, Frostbite shirt, and the little green elf guy pants. Ha. Sumi Tsunami, what bots? Getting taken down. You're using a Fierce Deity right now, but your favorite is Dark Link. I do enjoy the Fierce Deity set. I think it's a good set. The Pokemon bots, the ones on my server. What do you mean they're getting taken down? My favorite Switch game is probably Tears of the Kingdom. Then again, Skyward Sword is also on the Switch. But I think I'll use that one as my Nintendo Wii game and use Tears of the Kingdom as my favorite Switch game. The Galactic Pokemon Discord server said they are taking them down. Maybe? I haven't heard anything about it. I feel like if they were going to, the first place they would go after is Blaine's. If I recall, he is the biggest person using bots. I feel like they would take his down over anything. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like I would be next. Think it's a week? Maybe. I mean, I haven't heard of anything being, like, sent from Nintendo or Game Freak about taking down trade bots or anything. Like, I wouldn't really be too concerned about that one. Oh, I'm saying maybe about them taking down the bots. I mean, Galactic Pokemon may be taking down the bots in their Discord server, but that doesn't mean Nintendo's taking them down. Like, I just don't know where this Galactic place is getting the idea that they're taking down the bots. So, like, I definitely haven't heard anything from Nintendo. I'm aware that this is probably an April Fool's joke because it is the first. But, I mean, Nintendo could take them down. I just haven't heard anything about it either way. I don't think they can take them all down. which is why they haven't really tried in the past. I'm down, Sumi. Send away. I mean, it's very likely an April Fool's joke, because again, if Nintendo was going to take him down, and that was like official word on the street, Blaine's definitely would have put out a video about it, because he would be #1 on their firing list. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Blaine's is single-handedly the biggest Pokemon YouTube channel doing Sysbots. I think I'm #2. I might be as low as 4. I feel like KevDog does some bots, maybe a lot of bots, but I think I am a bigger channel. I don't know. I haven't really watched KevDog stuff. I just know that he does them. And I feel like I recall seeing HDV doing some, but I may be mistaken on that one, so don't quote me. And then there's Optimism247. He does bots. I don't think he has a whole lot of bots, and I don't think he does the giveaways on his YouTube channel like Blaine's and I do. We're more open about it. Enter KevDog. Also, I think we were talking about him the other day, Verlicify, or whatever his name is. I feel like if Nintendo had announced that they were getting rid of bots and actually doing something about it, Verlicify definitely would have done a video about them doing it. To my knowledge, I seem to recall, and I could be wrong, I feel like it was them that were really hating on the Pokebots, have a reputation for hating them, and that's fine. To each their own, and I understand the hate for them. But I feel like they would have been making a video about it, saying finally they're getting taken down. All that fun stuff. On a completely random topic, the YouTube algorithm is really weird. What's all same quality? Which was terrible. Yeah, definitely feeling the April Fool's joke with the announcement that Nintendo's taking down Pokebots. I don't think... I mean, if they were going to, I think they would have done it when Sword and Shield was out and they were doing ban waves and stuff. But they haven't been attacking the bots at the source, you know, figuring out what bots are connected to the internet 24/7, what switches are, and what switches are trading out Pokemon 24/7. I feel like that would be a pretty easy call to make. Just ban all of those switches. And like, I'm still waiting for the day where I wake up and all of my switches are banned. Hasn't happened yet. May not ever happen. Who knows? Wookie Spooky hates Palmy because Nemona destroyed your team on your first battle with multiple times. I want his bloodline to burn. I mean, understandable. Understandable. It was a pretty traumatic experience. It does have a pretty bad level creep. Alright guys, we are 5 likes away from the stream like goal of 20 likes. I do think we can still hit it. Unfortunately, I do have to end the stream in just a few minutes. I got to run my nephew home, so 10 minutes tops, probably 5 minutes, we're going to end the stream. So we'll do 2 more encounters. If you haven't already, smash that like button on the stream. Let's see it get to 20 for the stream goal. We've already hit 10 subscribers over the course of this stream, so huge increase for the channel in subscribers. Thank you guys for that. Do want to see it get up to 20K. I think that's possible tomorrow, maybe. And while you're liking the stream, smash the subscribe button so that you don't lose the channel forever and ever. don't want to have that happen. It came across your YouTube Shorts feed, and should keep it that way. Subscribe so you don't lose it. Pretty self-explanatory. You'll be notified the next time I go live, which at this juncture will be in about 2 hours 50 minutes. I plan to start streaming at midnight my time. I will for sure stream for 2 to 3 hours, and then I will be going to sleep and streaming again at probably 3:30 p.m. tomorrow my time, which is Mountain Daylight time right now, I think. Check my Discord server in general. Discord server in general at Brasscoin. We'll wait for the image to load. Quirky. Oh, Zero's gonna get ya. Let's see, and consider this your 1 week warning, trainers. You have 7 days to finish genning with Gen 7 bots starting April 8th. All gens. Oh, dude, that's just Gen 7, bro. Yeah, that's common knowledge. That's not all bots, that's just Gen 7, because online is gonna be done for the 3DS. Bots aren't getting taken down. Nintendo's taking down the 3DS servers, dude. Yeah, that... Dude, we've known that's coming for like a year, man. Since... We've known that's coming since Pokemon Day of 2023. I feel like. Yeah, that's not even a... That's not even an issue. Alright. 3DS bots got soft banned too often anyways. Yeah. I never attempted to run those in my Discord server just because I came in at Sword and Shield and didn't feel the need to go back to the 3DS days because, like, why? For one, they don't really serve a huge purpose anymore. I feel like any Pokemon that you needed to gen in Gen 7 was pretty easy to obtain anyways. Wookie, if you guys don't hit that like button, I can't be held accountable for whatever happens to you. Hopefully nothing happens to anybody, but I love the illusion of a threat. The illusion of karma exacting a toll, all that fun stuff. Okay. This one will for sure be the last encounter I'm going to be doing on this stream. We will end at 7:27. Then we'll continue in about 2 hours 40 minutes. Might be earlier. Depends on what time the wife gets home from work and goes to sleep for the night. I do not stream while she is awake, usually, unless she is gone. Just because we don't get to spend a whole lot of time together, so when we are in the location at the same time and not sleeping, we're usually spending time together hanging out. And she gets off at 10, gets home at like 10:30. And we have about an hour and a half before she crashes for the night. So we try to get a little time to talk every night before bed. And I do gotta run my nephew home, so that's why we're ending the stream prior to that. Turns out my encounter was not loaded. Did I hear that the Splat 3 Final Fest was announced? I did not. I thought that was ages ago, though. But they did have some DLC happen, so understandably, there has to be some more Splatfest. I feel like Splatoon doesn't run Splatfests long enough. Like, not only are they really short, like one weekend occurrences, they're also very irregular, and they don't run the game as a whole very long. Seems like each game only gets like a year, maybe 2 at max in the spotlight. Which idol group is the best? Honestly, I feel like a lot of people are going to say Callie and Mari, but for some reason, I prefer Pearl and Marina. Maybe it's because Splatoon 2 was my first game. I just like... I think it's just because I like Marina the most, but Callie and Mari are pretty great, so maybe I have to go with them, but Marina is my favorite out of all of them. Gen 3s, the third games I just didn't vibe with, I guess. But it is time for the stream to end. Margura Man, welcome to the stream. Sorry it's ending after you just barely got here. Mars Shadow is in Gen 6. I don't know. Gen 6 final answer. It's probably Gen 7. We'll catch you guys later tonight in about